Alright, welcome to the Hebrews letter quiz review. Basically, I've decided to split this up into two quizzes. So we're going to do a Hebrews letters quiz, right? And then we'll do the final. The final is actually going to be probably one of your smaller finals because in my mind, this quiz is actually more important for your in terms of did you learn what I wanted you to learn. Then the final will be fairly short. In fact, I consider I'm going to adjust to make sure that the percentage of grade reflects this, but I think this really is the core of the material. So kind of consider this like half of the final, something like that. But the reason I put it into two separate things is so that you could study them separately in terms of time allotment and have time to really do this one. I'm going to give you an hour and 15 minutes for this Hebrew letter quiz, a little longer than some of the others, but I want you to have a full 75 minutes on that because there's a lot of typing. Okay, but you should be able to memorize, most of this. A lot of this you will remember from class. The trouble is associating it with the words. So let me just show you what you're going to be doing. Okay. Basically, as you can see here, you've got all 22 letters. Okay. And then for each of the letters, there's going to be three things that you need to put in, right? So the first one is a description of that letter's original picture. So I'll do the first one, the Aleph. The Aleph was the ox head, right? So that's what I want you to put there. Is it was a picture of an ox head, right? So that's the description of the letter's original picture was an ox head. Part two is the modern English letter that it became. So this became our modern English letter A. If it did not become a modern English letter, like Tet, right? Tet was the coiled snake. It didn't become an English letter, so just write that in. Did not become an English letter. And then two possible meanings associated with that symbol, right? So for Aleph, one of them is strong, right? And I think you could say another one would be the highest or the greatest, something like that. Aleph is the name in the for great shepherd or the mighty shepherd, the El name of God. And so this is how I want it to go, right? So you're going to get the question will tell you, all right, so this is bet. So for bet, you're going to tell me what the original picture was of. So that's a house or a tent. The modern English letter it became was B, and two possible meanings associated with that. So it means either house, or it could mean inside, like your heart, your interior. And so this is what I want you to do for each of these, right? I want you to be able to have me say, okay, what was the Vav? What was the Chet? What was the Yud? Right? And you need to know what that picture was, what letter it became, and two possible meanings associated with that symbol. So when that symbol is in a word, it has a variety of meanings that I gave you. And so this, to me, is the core of your kind of final. I'm calling it a quiz, but really this is the core material you need to learn. And as long as you learn this, you'll be okay. I'm going to intentionally make your final a little easier because I think for a quiz, this is quite a bit of material to go through. Okay.